What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's up, guys? How you living out there, man? Shout out to the free thinkers, man. It is come.
Yeah, man.
The day is here.
Gotta do it.
Well, not the whole album.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you for clarifying that.
No, just in case they say, not the whole album, clearly, because we're starting on Radar here.
Yeah, man.
But we very excited to get to JID's Forever Story, man. We've been waiting on it. I think, obviously, it's been a very highly anticipated album, just in hip-hop.
Shout out to everybody on Def to Radio, man. You guys have been on us from even when this whole launch, man, just from song to song, from surround sound to Dance Now to now that the full project is out. Shout out to everybody.
Y'all went hard.
Yeah,
and
man.
That's where we ended up getting this selection from is Def to Radio. Follow us on Instagram, DEAF2 Radio. That's our new Instagram. We just literally tallied up the people who hit us up in our DMs, man, on what song to do. Radar dominated. Sister and them was up there. What else? Just in Time for Lil Wayne. So there's been a few. We'll keep tallying, but this was definitely the number one choice. Buddy. So let's get into it, man. Let's see where he's at with it. JID Raydar.
Radar, sonar, laser beams, jets, tanks, submarines, megathons, H-bomb, napalm.
I got this shit you could light with a lighter. Fuck a lighter, I could light on the stove. Dark at night, I drop a log in the fire. Wander in the woods, out in the cold. I got the shit you could play for your mama. I got the shit you could play for the hoes. I got the shit you could sell to the trappers. Indicated with the K and the code. I know some rappers that, how I'ma say this. I know some rappers who paid, but bro, lot of money, but you played your soul. You played yourself, you played the role. I got some niggas who down the street. Some of my niggas been down the road. Lost a nigga that was down with me, you know what they say.
He said a lot of shit in there, man. He said he actually had a lot of shit to say in there.
Yeah,
You just wouldn't think so because this is like kind of a, I don't know what kind of beat. The beat is just, it's interesting, but he was saying some shit though.
I know some rappers that, how can I say this? You know what I'm saying? Some rappers that are paid but broke. You know what I mean? But just from him to be able to do that, to incorporate it, like, how can I say this? You know what I mean? And it still work. You know what I'm saying?
And literally not miss a beat.
Right. It just still works. You know what I'm saying? But paid, but it's still broke. And I don't know. I mean, the way I'm defining that line, maybe it's they're mentally broke, or maybe they haven't grown in other ways. You make a lot of money, but maybe the way you made it, you know what I'm saying?
Because after that, he said that, right? He said something along the lines of, like, you played the role, you played yourself. Like, you got a lot of money, but you played the role, you played yourself. You followed the trends, you did the same, the same minstrel show nonsense that you see. You got a lot of money from it, but you weren't being who you are. You know what I'm saying? So you're spiritually broke.
I got some shit that you could play for your mama. I got some shit that you could play for the hoes. I got some shit that you could sell to the rappers. I think that that's so true, man, because he's got a lot of songs that has depth, and I'm always gonna go back to Skeegee because I love that motherfucking song. That's some shit that I could play for my mama. That's something that she could appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if the hoes can appreciate that, but he's got other songs that, that the hoes can appreciate.
I want to stay there though, Ryan, because when I think of the great rappers, right? When I think of all of the rappers that I personally feel are the greatest of all time, they can take you different places. It's not just, I'm gonna give you a conscious rap fest for 8 albums and just sort of, you can be a great phenomenal rapper, rap at a high level, but just your pocket is pretty much conscious almost all the time. Yeah. That's great, and I appreciate those rappers and I love those rappers as well. You can still be a great rapper and do that. But I've always had a lot of respect for rappers like Biggie, for example. He can take you to the clubs, he can take you to the streets, he can get conscious, he can give you storytelling, right? Yep. You can play their music in different environments for different people and have a good time in different ways. They can make you think, right? They can make you cry, they can make you laugh, a certain level of versatility. So I really feel like when he says this, I got the shit for your mama. You know what I mean? Make your mama cry. Like Ryan said, I got the joints for the hoes. I'm taking that as just fun, melodically based songs that you can just bang. So I think that's dope.
I got some niggas who down the street. Some of my niggas been down the road. Lost a nigga that was down with me, you know what they say.
Where's the balls? Where's the balls? We have a penalty flag thrown at the 30-yard line.
Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 6 on the defense.
Okay, they got the shit they could pull out. I know it could blow out the bag. Yeah, they got the cures, the facts. You know it's sad. They put the money, the crack in the sack. They got the axis, they got the atlas, they got the map. I got the real bad bitch. I just told her to come to the back. They got the people in office, the crackers, the had us in chains. They made the law, they going hard, dang. They even started a gang. How you gonna win at the losable game? Make a change, man. Niggas say the same thing every day. Complain in the sunshine or the cloud rain, but won't lift a finger. In the danger, niggas been in danger, been indentured. Now my niggas got business ventures. With my 9, I'm like 10 Avengers. Snap a finger, I could end Avengers. Rapper, singer, no killer, nigga. You a copper, you a nigga killer.
Raise the balls. Raise the balls. We have a penalty flag thrown.
This would have been a beat and I'm sorry, and this is no disrespect to Crystal and Plus and who else? Nonstop, the Hitman, Childish, Major, 2 on 2, and Quincy Riley. We know Crystal, very talented. I'm sure all those guys are talented. Oh no, duh, Hitman. I thought it was like Hitmaker, like with Young Berg and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hitman, my bad. Look, this would have been a beat that if I was coaching someone, you know what I'm saying? Let's just call it, because, you know, I'm not a producer or anything. I'm not a rapper. But if I was just like, someone asked me my opinion, and I happen to be cool. Let's say Ryan was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? He's in the studio like, yo, you like this beat, man? You think I should? I'd have been like, absolutely not. No. No, not this beat. I think it's a creative beat, and I think that they're adding elements in there. Rains, it pours, thunderstorms. I just think this guy, man, he's breaking all the rules, though. But he's making me enjoy it. He's making me enjoy the full product because it's just in and out. I mean, we say the same shit all the time with JID, man. It's just kind of getting, you know, it's kind of getting boring at this point to me. But it's how he's bringing the beat alive, man, and how he's becoming one with the beat. Yes. You know what I'm saying? But he's barred up too.
Trying to make a change, you know, niggas saying the same thing, complaining about the sunshine and the rain and all that stuff that he was saying. That scheme right there was crazy, but won't lift a finger is how he ended that scheme. That was like hard. Everyone complains about everything. You know, George, you say this all the time. Like everybody wants, you know, music to change and change the landscape of hip hop and, you know, make, you know, like true passion and skill like top of the food chain again and all this other stuff. But then when, like, even on a small level, when we do conscious rap and we do videos that are up and coming artists, but that's really on some positive shit and some people that really have a cold ass pen, but it ain't like trappy. No one wants to hear it. No one supports this shit.
That boy's spitting.
I don't want to say nobody.
That boy's spitting
I don't
right
want to say
now.
nobody. I don't want to say nobody, but very, very few people give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah, like, we want y'all to do this rapper, do the up and comers, do the fly, do the lyrical shit. You know, complain when we do Megan Thee Stallion or whoever, and then when we do Ransom or Lloyd Banks or whatever, where everybody at? Y'all be watching them shits, man. Stop.
From shit, politics to, you know, the gun violence to this, to that, to cops and brutality and this and that. We complain about all these things, but what are you doing to help that cause? What to provide a solution? Yeah. I think that's kind of in line with what the core of what he's trying to say. But how he said that shit was crazy.
Copper, you a nigga killer.
Raise a boost.
Yep.
Raise a boost. We have a penalty flag thrown at the 30-yard line.
Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 6 on the defense. 15.
Oh, shit. Fuck,
And live in harmony and peace, and the sun will once again rise up in the east.
Somebody told me when I was small that the pride cometh right before the fall. God's son died for us all, so for mine, I'm running through a wall.
Lost the battle, it's still a war.
I'ma steal a cattle, then burn the farm. We could travel, but the journey long. I prefer we get a little murder on. Drop a top on your convertible. How we feeling should concern you. We been speaking, but they never been heard. So now we screaming at you word for word. Everything a nigga learn, gotta burn. My little nigga in a hearse, I was hearing. Fuck a rap and fuck a verse, I could blur. Trying to see how many earns I can earn. Are you entertained or are you concerned? I'd be afraid, I'd be in church. I'd say a pray, I pray, I say I shade. They play like God, no play by play. We take our charge, we take our place. It'll take our hearts, it'll take our faith. But we need a majority to make shit shake. I'ma give me a quarter, I'ma get in the car, and I'ma get on the call and go state by state. And I'm picking a target, then I'm picking them off. Better be Beyonce if you say my name. Orange ambient sunlight and daylight savings might save a nigga life. It ain't never too bright to broad day, nigga. Nighttime vampires, your nigga slay a nigga. Slide like landslides and you can take they side. I'm a K9 straight in the pack. Looking for JID, he straight in the back. Cracking a lip, whipping the crack. Just like them crackers that did to the black. Just as they thought I was finished attacking. The beast awoke and now I pay like the Kraken. They inferior and fear when I'm rapping, but I ain't rapping. This is spiritual. Share that territory.
Maybe I'm just not ready, man. Maybe it's me. It's me. I'm old, man. I'm old, man. That's what it is. That's what I've learned.
You finally coming over to this side.
I got to factor in my old school bias, man. I say that to say, guys, I'm saying maybe it's me, maybe it's my bias, because when he got into that second beat, I was like, stay there.
He's like, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that one, yeah. I knew that's the one you like. I knew that's the one you like.
Right there. But then he changes it, and he does his beat change. So what's happening is I feel like there's an evolution happening in rap, right? It's not like this is the first time a beat change has been done, but from when I was growing up till now, beat changes have become way more popular.
Yeah,
right. It's just a thing. Like Travis Scott, I can name a few people. Logic, and I seen Drake has been a part of. People just do beat changes now. Tuscan Leather is another one from Drake that beat changes. Like it's just more of a thing now. And I've always said, like, I'm just iffy on beat changes because I feel like
You're always like one more than the other.
yeah,
right?
I'm always like, get back to the one I like.
Yeah, I
and
hear you
taking
on
me
that.
out of the groove is essentially of what I like. And on top of that, I think there can be growth in rap and how producers blend beats. Sometimes I feel like it's just there's 3 different songs as opposed to blending the beat into the next beat, and it almost takes remnants of the first beat, keeps it, blends it into the new beat, and then it progressively changes into a completely new beat. So the blend mode of it. So I say that to say, man, it's a long way of me saying that really the third beat change that happened really just it's not that he was killing it.
He's killing it.
He's killing this.
I know.
Let me acknowledge the skill and the flows and the pockets, murdering it. So I appreciate the fuck out of it. But do I like it? Is it going to compel me to want to listen to this again? We'll see. You know what I'm saying? To be continued.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm admitting to you right now, this is a reaction.
Yeah.
First listen. Y'all want reactions, right? Y'all want real shit? That third beat change was just like, it just felt like it was a bit much. It was just like,
I hear you though.
I got right into that second beat. But anyways.
I hear you, man. But you know what it is? And maybe JID can chime in on this because, I really feel like JID is like, man, what is the hardest thing you could do for a beat? And I'm gonna overcome that shit. Let's put some church bells in. Let's put some football whistles in there.
Referee whistle.
You know what I'm saying? What else can we throw? Let's change the beat like 8 times, and I'm still gonna murder that shit. I feel like that's what it's
I'm gonna handicap myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna handicap myself and still body it
I'm
though.
still gonna body that shit. That's probably not at all what they were thinking, but I think that works for him, man.
Yeah.
It sounds that way to me sometimes. Like he's just like, man, what can we do just to fuck the whole game up? Can we put a cowbell in that motherfucker?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just fuck the game all up.
This is like a fucking rap obstacle course. What you gonna throw? You gonna say you gonna put the mud pit here, jump over that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna put Vaseline on the wall? I'm still gonna scale that bitch.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I don't want y'all to think that we don't peep it.
Yeah,
we know
he
what
is.
he's doing. We
He
are
is killing this
witnessing
shit.
greatness. But it's just the beats, man. The changing of the beats, and even the first. I just didn't like the way the first beat sounded, flat out. But the changing of it is just, I'm starting to think that maybe it's just the thing that's sort of ingrained in my mind to just kind of pretty much stick with a good solid beat throughout a song. And maybe it's just me not maybe just being one with the times. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you.
But we'll keep it going, man.
But
You know
it is
what I mean?
evolutionary. It is evolutionary.
It is.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? So
I'ma give me a quarter, I'ma get in the car, and I'ma get on the call and go state by state. And I'm picking a target, then I'm picking them off. Better be Beyonce if you say my name. Orange ambient sunlight and daylight savings might save a nigga life. It ain't never too bright to broad day, nigga. Nighttime vampires, a nigga slay a nigga. Slide like landslides, and you can take they side. I'm a K9, straight in the pack. Looking for Jitty, he's straight in the back. Cracking the whip, whipping the crack. Just like them crackers that did to the black. Just as they thought I was finished attacking. The beats awoken, now I pay like the Kraken. They inferior and fear when I'm rapping, but I ain't rapping. This is spiritual, shed a territory, carrying their miracles happen. Mirror, mirror, why the fuck is you laughing? Be a deer, let me volunteer, cause I'm not in fear. I'ma jump into action. Oh shit, it's getting weird. Nah, shit is weird. Where the hell is heaven on this hemisphere? If them bitches said it, I'ma end it here. If we come together, we could send a message, but I know they never gonna lend an ear. So I got a method, one do you better, do you one better. Bet you won't do it, let's bet I will. Collect my stones, ho, collect my gems. Protect my stronghold, respect my shield. Until I'm long gone, but while I'm here, I can snap my fingers.
They'll disappear.
Okay.
yeah, he killed that though.
He did.
He killed that, man. And you know, man, that may grow on me, man. I may give that a couple listens, man, because he is just so incredible. He is one of the only, and I've said this before, I forget what, maybe it might have been Dance Now, but he is one of the only artists in any genre, because we do multiple genres on the channel, in any genre that I will give a chance, even if I'm not all the way into the groove and I can't catch the groove right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? He is one of the very, very few on that list that I'm like, you know what? He is just that dope that I'm going to push through, and he actually makes the shit hot to me. So my point of saying that is I was on the same page with you when you said that beat change, and just by you backing it up and listening to the transitions and the other beats, I don't know, I'm kind of fucking with it. I went from a no to about 50% just like that. And now that's not even a second listen. This is the same listen.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This might, if I play this another couple times, and I need to do a better job at that. George said this a while ago, that I need to give you guys an update, because I'll say some shit like, nah, I really don't like that shit, man. And during the reaction, because it's a reaction. It's the first time of me hearing it. And then after I played that a couple times, I'm like, you know what? That shit's kind of hot. Case in point, sir. What was the name of that song?
I'm still mad about that.
George was like, you gave us a bullshit ass reaction. You didn't like the shit when we did it live.
My man,
you know
yo, shout out to Sir, man. He's the Devils or what, Devils or something like that.
Oh,
Sir?
yeah.
Devils, yeah, shout out to Sir, man. That song
Devils
is
or
hard.
whatever,
Go
yeah.
check that reaction out, man, by Sir, man.
That shit is hard now. I mean, because I gave that a few listens. I was like, you know what? That shit is actually hard. Yeah. So I say that to bring it back to JID, man. I was with you on the beat changes. And again, I don't know if I love beat changes all the time because I'm with you on that. Sometimes I like one beat better than the other. But
sometimes they're hard. I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do like beat changes. Not that I hate them all the time.
Right,
but
right,
if I had to assign overall, I don't always like them. Go ahead, man.
Right. But in this particular instance, this is the first listen, and just by you backing it up and me listening to
Hearing
that
it again.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, you know what?
It happened to me a little bit too.
He actually did kill that shit, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? If I only need probably 1 or 2 more listens, I'm like, yeah, that shit is fire.
Yeah,
it's already good as fuck to me, and I'm like, yeah, he killed that. You know, I appreciate it right now. Let me put it that way. Yeah. My appreciation level of how he flowed throughout this and what he was saying with the beat changes, I appreciate it. And I'm like, yeah, he killed that shit. So I got to give it up. You got to give credit where credit's due.
There you go. And I'm glad you said that, man, because that's where I'm at with the song. I just appreciate what was done here, man. And I know that people are going to be like, I completely disagree with Lost in Vegas. Them shits was great. They y'all bugging. I know.
It is crazy, though.
I know, but the beats, though. You know what I'm saying? JID's crazy. But I think they're going to say the combination. This is one of those things where I can understand people vehemently disagreeing with us. So I like elements of this, so it has potential to grow. So we'll see.
In that church scheme, when he was like, I be afraid, but I stay in church, you know, I say I pray, and, you know, play by play.
Yeah, play by play.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I pray to God and all that kind of stuff. And he ended that with, but we need the majority to make it shake. Meaning that we need us all to be on the same page to make change, man. You know, people that are younger and impressionable can receive information. You got to do shit that they like in a way that they like it. You know, and that's the flow and how he's able to change up and beat changes and all that stuff and still hit them with knowledge.
He said they got the cure to the vax. Facts, you know where it's at. They put the money in the crack of the sack. They got the axis. They got the atlas. They got the maps. They got control of everything is what he's saying. You know, the powers that be, how I'm taking that, has control of everything, right? So I think that's, you know, to your point, Ryan, that's what JID has the ability to do. Very creative song. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Excellent, incredible flow pockets that he had in this song. Lyricism at parts, man, very razor sharp and just innovative. And I think we're witnessing, you know, a potential evolution in the way rap is done and in the way it's constructed. And that's just what's beautiful about it, man. So I think he nailed what he wanted to nail with this.
Yeah.
I think he knows that probably some old heads are gonna be like, I don't know about that. But I think he's thinking beyond just a certain demographic and like what's just the next level of hip hop. You know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna give it another spin though.
Yeah, I'm working this.
A lot of dope shit happening in this though, man. So I'm not mad at it. I think that this is a win. Super dope what JID did on this track.
No, we're not gonna do the whole album review, guys. You see how long our videos are. It would just be what? Fucking 10 hours? 10-hour video and shit.
You know, on our site that, you know, just unfortunately we're destroying and rebuilding at the moment. We'll leave it at that. We're destroying it and rebuilding it at the moment. We had categories on how you can rate a song. And the reason why we put these categories in place is because we wanted people to think about music, the music they listen to with nuance. And I think my theory was, I think people would not like songs and not even, and it could be one thing they don't like about the song and they can ignore all the other elements. This is a prime example of a song that I feel like if I'm grading flow, you know it's a 10. That's a 10, JID all day. If I'm grading lyricism, it's going to be 8 to 10, whatever the case may be, right? If I'm grading creativity, it's going to be 8 to 10. And I can give it a high score and critically look at this as something that's an accomplishment, but maybe not necessarily like it. And I think I just want the reason why I'm harping on that is I want you guys to understand when I say appreciate and when Ryan says appreciate, we know something dope is being done here. It doesn't mean that we think that this is bad. It just means like taste-wise, this is something that we feel like we're gonna play. Not that it's not an incredible piece.
Correct.
So y'all need to understand that. This could be, if I was rating this shit, it would be 8, 9, 10. You know, it would be across the board. You would have high scores, but can I bang it? Would I play it? Is another story that I have to sit with. I hate to harbor that. But
yeah, and don't be giving motherfuckers ideas because we ain't got our shit live yet, man. You know what I'm saying?
They already bite us, man. You know, we the most big motherfucking YouTube reaction channel. Anyways, that's next time. All right, man, cool. That's the end of the video, man. Salute to JID, man. We got some other joints coming towards to you, man, from the album. Can't wait to get to more of it. Salute to everybody that follows us on Def the Radio that got us to do this request. We'll keep them coming. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost in Vegas.
We out.